Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 27 of the Battleship Brawls Season 4 tournament. You have to excuse me if I'm a little bit off today. I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so yeah, I'll do my best and the show must go on, but just keep that in mind for me, please. So over here we have the Slapdash by a nickel, continuing its run down the ranks. It does have 2 defeats though, so if its opponent today, the Heart of the Tempest by Tony, manages to defeat it, it will be retired from the tournament. But this is the first time we've seen the Heart of the Tempest, so we will take a moment to look it over. It's a quite battleshipy looking battleship. Got 5 guns with 5 turrets with 3 guns each, 2 super firing ones. The superstructure looks quite nice. I like how it's got very smooth, flowing, rounded features for the most part. Like up here, you know, it's a little straight and whatnot, but then you've got this like little wing thing here, and how it kind of curves around right there. The front of the funnel there is, you know, got a nice slope to it. It looks nice. I like that. The superstructure also is not. It doesn't look like it's quite fully walkable, but it does have some walkability in it. You can definitely get in there and walk around. Some ammunition there. The hull shape is nice. I like the checkerboard pattern of the black lines of the wooden beams of the deck. Then you've got these anchor chains and some big old brightly painted anchors here. Got a nice bow shape with a keel coming out of it, though that is an interesting place to decide to store some ammunition. For propellers, it's got 4 mounted on the rear and then an array mounted on wedges. I think that's the first time I've seen wedges used in that manner, and it's not a bad idea. Like, those are very drag, you know, they don't have a lot of drag is what I'm trying to say. Got an exhaust for an engine there. I think this stone here is, oh, there's something in it. What is that? Oh, those are repair bots, I think. Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's actually much in this keel down here. I think it's just to lower the center of mass a little bit. It does have some hydrodynamic slopes on the front. So yeah, a very nice looking ship overall. I do enjoy the way it looks. But let's find out how it fights, huh? No, that's what most of you are here for. For the explosions, that's the fun part, right? Let's go ahead and get this underway. Slapdash doing its immediate firing. See if the Heart of the Tempest has the acceleration to get out of the way of those shells. It seems it does. Slapdash missing, may have been going for the spawn stick. Heart of the Tempest's return fire, slamming into the side of the Slapdash, doing some significant damage, but not quite doing anything critical as of yet. Ooh, that rear turret taking some hits. Losing some barrels there. Heart of the Tempest down to 97%. Slapdash at 97%. Oh, Heart of the Tempest is listing heavily already, though. That is not a good sign. You may see another ship with stability issues here. Heart of the Tempest seems pretty quick and agile for its size. Its guns seem to have a pretty long reload time. Slapdash taking some hits to the stern there. Is currently behind by a few percentage points. Oh, its forward quintuple barrel gun has taken some damage. I think its rear has as well, but it's a little hard to see. Yeah, but I think all 5 guns are still functional there. This rear turret is really banged up, though. The Heart of the Tempest is really enjoying putting some shells into the Slapdash's stern there. And the bow as well. Oh, those are going right. Nope, just barely missing that turret. Alright, let's fly on over here, check on the Heart of the Tempest. Oh, just in time to see that gun take a shot straight to the face. And another. That turret is surprisingly intact after taking 2 direct hits from the Slapdash's gun. I mean, it's disabled. Like, all the components are destroyed, but the armor is still there. It's like a nice little shell around where the components would be. There isn't a whole lot of damage to the armor itself. Which makes me think that either an explosion cored in, or one of the shots managed to penetrate in through a barrel, or maybe just through the top right there. So far, the Heart of the Tempest has about a 4% lead, just under 4%. But it's still either ship's game. Oh, but the Heart of the Tempest has been repairing a lot, and that's why it's been keeping up, and it is now out of materials. Which means the Slapdash, since it still has most of its guns, might be able to pull that back. Guess it depends on how durable the Heart of the Tempest is, which it doesn't seem. It seems like it's a pretty quick, agile, lightly armored vessel overall. It has a lot of wood in its construction. Take a look at its armor profile here and what this hull is, but oh yeah, look, it has a spaced armor here. Yeah, I do believe it is rather lightly armored, and as I suspected, the Slapdash has brought the fight back. It has actually gained a 0.5% lead now that the Heart of the Tempest cannot repair, and it has done some damage to the Tempest's guns. But it is still far from over, because there goes the Heart of the Tempest with reply, once again gaining the lead just barely. I wonder if it hit a gun to do some serious damage there, or what's going on. Yeah, this quintuple barrel turret has definitely seen better days, but it is still functional, which is pretty amazing. The armor scheme on the Slapdash's turrets is quite good. Slapdash taking some hits to the bow there and over penetration. Man, they are still within 2% of each other. And this is one hell of a brawl. Tempest is following a little bit behind now. Takes another hit to that. Wow! The Slapdash is really enjoying hitting that destroyed turret. Again! Just wow. Heart of the Tempest, a serious contender here, it seems. Ooh, it just took a hit to this gun, but it seems functional still. Still going. Slapdash at 82.1%, Tempest at 80.6%. Extremely close match here so far. This is still anybody's fight. This could go either way or even end in a draw. Both ships struggling a little bit now with all the damage they've taken. Wearing out, tiring. Oof. Another hit to that turret. I don't know if it still had a functional gun before or not, but it definitely isn't functional now. Slapdash is having some issues with barrel damage. Like, look how high it has to arc those shells. I mean, Tempest isn't faring a whole lot better. Come check on the heart of the Tempest again. Both ships just beat up badly. And as you can see, it looks like the Tempest's main armor is 3 layers of stone and a layer of metal. That's not exactly heavy armor there, though it does have it has a couple layers of wood as well. And that spaced armor, which helps it against time after impact fuses that come in from the side. Both ships at 79% health 7 minutes in. This is such an even matchup. Fights like this are great. Got me perking up even though I don't feel good. Just all those shells streaking through the air. Both ships having a little trouble hitting each other at this range because they're both constantly turning, and they've got so much barrel damage that they have to arc their shells way high to make the range, and so they're just kind of missing each other for the most part. I think we may have a draw here, folks. I don't know if either ship is going to be able to knock the other down by 5% in the next 2 minutes. Ooh, solid hit to the Tempest's bow there. Or Slapdash's bow, sorry, wrong ship. And see, just so many of the shells are just going over both vessels as they turn into each other's fire. And they aren't that far apart. Like, if their barrels weren't so damaged, I bet you they could be aiming at a much lower trajectory and actually able to hit each other a little more consistently. Ooh, that turret just took a big hit. Oh, that knocked off almost 3% from the Slapdash. Oh man, Tempest making a big push here at the end, trying to get that 5%, trying to get the win. But it's gonna have to like get some direct hits on some turrets and do some serious damage there to pull that off, because it does not have it right now. It's 3.8% difference, 45 seconds left on the clock. Oh, that was a hefty hit. Oh, it's done it. That is a 5% difference. 5.2% with 30 seconds left on the clock. Slapdash is going to have to land some good return fire, knock off that 2%, or 0.2%. Oh, now it's even lower. Oh, right at the end, it looks like the Tempest is going to pull off the win, just because the Slapdash lost several guns right at the end, which hindered its ability to bring the Tempest down and make it even, as well as causing significant damage and hit point loss. Yep, that is a 6% difference in favor of the Heart of the Tempest. So round 1 goes to the Heart of the Tempest by Tony. Slapdash losing literally in the last minute of the battle there. That was one hell of a fight. Let's hope that round 2 is just as good, huh? Let's go ahead and get this underway. Slapdash's initial volley once again not landing well, but the Tempest landing 2% worth of damage in its initial volley. Did it hit a gun, or it did do some gun damage, but not overly much. Go ahead and check on the Tempest, see how it is doing. It is certainly burning through its repair supplies a little bit quicker than the Slapdash is, which means it is currently taking more damage than the Slapdash, since they are at equal HP. So the Tempest really needs to get the Slapdash's guns damaged as quickly as it can before it runs out of materials. But it has not done as... well, no, it's done about the same job that it did in the first round, honestly. You can see with those barrels not damaged, the shells come in at a much smaller angle and arrive much more quickly, so they don't miss as much. Oh, those are going right for that quintuple barrel turret. Oh, oh yeah, that gun is done. It might be able to get repaired depending on the damage, but that is bad news for the Slapdash. Heart of the Tempest proving itself capable as well as aesthetically pleasing. Slapdash is in a bit of a pickle here. It needs to win this round, or at least get a draw, or it will be eliminated from the tournament. Excuse me. Ugh. Oh, Heart of the Tempest is actually behind the Slapdash in hit points now. How quickly that changed. Oh wait, I was already looking at the Heart of the Tempest. Whoops. The Slapdash's guns are quite powerful. I mean, just look at how much ship is missing here. The only thing keeping it together are those ribs of stone and metal that are actually armored. The midships of the Tempest have been shredded. Now things are not looking so good for the Tempest. The Slapdash has pulled it back. But it is... Oh, it also only has one gun still active, it seems. Look at all these damaged turrets on the Slapdash. That is not good. That is going to allow the Tempest to seriously pull things back. I mean, they are within draw territory again, but the Tempest has more active weaponry, and while I think the Slapdashes are individually more powerful, the of the Tempest is superior at the moment. Oh, that's going right for this turret. Direct hit to the turret face. Seems to have survived, though. Did take some barrel damage, which is, as we saw in the previous round, not good for the Tempest, or for the Slapdash. Oh, Slapdash is kind of listing heavily. Taking some big shots. The HP is basically evened out between both ships once more. But unlike last round, the Slapdash does not have a whole lot of weaponry left to continue this fight with. The two shorter barrels there are probably going to have difficulty landing shots. And you can see that either just barely missed or over-penetrated the superstructure and was not able to land. And just look how high arcing that shot is. Like, it's some nice plunging fire, but that's not good at this range. It just means you're gonna miss. Whereas the Tempest still has some decent velocity guns that are not arcing overly much. Ooh, one of the turrets on the Slapdash just got knocked off, and we've got a 4% difference in HP as of right now with 4 minutes left. So I do believe, yep, that is a 5.2% difference right there. I do believe the Slapdash is going to be defeated a second time unless something crazy happens. We will just have to see. There's still 3.5 minutes left. A lot can happen in that time. The Tempest can take some damage to its steering components and sail out of range. It could take some direct strikes to its AI and be AI deaded. There are possibilities for the Slapdash to win. They're just I wouldn't put money on them. Oh, and the front gun on the Slapdash taking another hit. I don't even know if it's functional at this point still. Yeah, it seems like it's all 3 barrels are still able to fire. They're just not really landing hits. Yeah, that early strike to that this double-barreled gun that fell off, or was it the rear one? I forget which one it was, but it was pretty early on in the match and knocked out all 5 of those guns. Was a huge factor in how this match went. And that's the downside of grouping your guns that tightly. Is that, yeah, you're less likely to have a gun be hit, but when they are, you lose more of them. And there we are, folks. The Slapdash is a wreck. There's no superstructure. All of its turrets are disabled or badly damaged or just plain destroyed. So that is going to be it for the Slapdash by a nickel. It has been defeated. That is its third loss, and it will be retired from the tournament. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. As always, the Hall of Beauty votes will be down in the comments, along with the forum thread, the roster, you know, the Discord, my Patreon, all that good stuff. And on one other note, completely unrelated to From the Depths, but I've been playing a game called Scum lately. It's an open world survival thing, sort of in the same vein as DayZ, but in my mind it's what DayZ should have been, or should be by now after being in early access for like 5 years or something. Anyway, I digress from that. It's a pretty cool game. I've been playing on a roleplay server on which I've been having some fun, and I was just wondering if that's the kind, if anybody would be interested in seeing content based on that. You know, because I do a lot of recording just for to make sure that I cover my ass when it comes to the rules of the server, because there are, you know, you're not supposed to be just shooting and killing people on sight and whatnot. So I do a lot of recording just to, you know, cover my bases. And you know, I could always upload it here if people are interested in seeing that. So, you know, comment down below if that sounds interesting. Let me know if you want to see it, or you can join the Discord and let me know there. You know, whatever. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.